Hello, 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 good day, good night, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Last Chance Slam. You know, we here on a nice little Saturday evening. You know, I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're taking it in, come in, welcome. So, we don't want to waste too much time. We'll give people a little bit of time to come into the live to feel the vibes. The vibes. We here one time. I know you're used to seeing Isaiah John doing all he little hosts and whatnots and what happenings. But I would come sometimes. I'd come in and help him out a little bit. But today is just me. Well, I lie to you. It's not just me today. Today is me, and I have a special guest with me today. Is my friend Sharkos. Sharkos, say hello, Sharkos. Nice. Love that from you, Sharkos. That is great energy. Keep it up. You'll be seeing a lot and hearing from Sharkos all evening. He'll be giving his thoughts on the poems. We here. Come on. But what we here for? I can't turn to my co-host and say what we here for. So I'll take we through it. So today, we are here for the Last Chance Slam, and that is the last chance for three poets tonight. We have 5 poets who fighting for the top 3 spots. They are coming to try to make it on to the Brave New Voices team for 2022 in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, what exactly is Brave New Voices? Well, Brave New Voices is an international youth poetry slam that is held every single year. Trinidad and Tobago, we participated a few times through the Roots Foundation, big up Roots Foundation, one time on the inside, and we went, I believe, 4 years. We went to 2008, 2016, 17, and 18. And in 2018, something special happened behind the scenes. That I say they get teeth. I wasn't a part of it. I ain't went to Brave New Voices yet, but next year, soon come, hopefully, we'll be outside and we'll be bad there. But, 2018, we placed second. And I'm going to tell you how much we lose the first place by. Just pause for suspense. We lose the first place by 0.1 points. Pause for drama. I know, crazy. It was a scene. I hear about it. I fed up here about it. But we coming to win next year. And we have a few poets who in the confirmed team. Our top 3 from the Roots Poetry Slam will be showing you their videos, and we'll be showing you why they made it to the Brave New Voices team. For next year. So we'll be going through them. And you know what, Louis? I think we could start at one time. We could get right into the show. So as our sacrificial poet, we have 3rd place in our Roots Poetry Slam this year. For the 2021 Roots Poetry Slam, we have a young man who goes by the name of Brandon Butcher.
Lazy, uneducated, useless troublemaker. These are the words being applied to our young, impressionable Afro-Trinidadian men and women leeches. Parasites, an economic burden to society is what they refer to our young black brothers and sisters of this nation as. You see these stereotypes portrayed in mass media, conversation, and debates develop such a self-hate among my people, dividing my people against themselves, all while the upper class watches and waits, writing another article which adds more weight on the backs, on the hands, on the necks, which suffocate as if slavery wasn't enough. As if the shackle placed on ankles faced with struggles walking in coffers like that wasn't enough. Like the tide packing on ships, lashes from all those whips, barely surviving, trying to keep your culture alive when day after day being reminded that you are a slave. Not to you, that wasn't enough. Because you still see me, see us as lesser than. So instead of sympathizing with the young black queen's mother grieving over the loss of her daughter, you still claim that she went by her man. When my black brother possessing less than $100 million in hand, being singled out as a threat to national security, you turn a blind eye to the suit and tie businessman who involved in human trafficking and money laundering, because your idea of a rich black man is associated with robbery. So you highlight the way I dress, what I say, my hair texture, my facial structure, the games I play, my home tongue, my religion, religion, and then when all is said and done, you feed that to the next generation as you construct a sculpture of a blank man using your words as color to victimize this scholar, my brother, my sister, that engineer, or this doctor. But you must be mad if you even think I will let you drown or even sink this ship. This is a new form of slavery. Our minds in chains. Black man, rise up and emancipate yourself from mental slavery this instant, this hour. Realize that you have the power of Mother Africa running through your veins, and continue to fight. Prove them wrong. Show them that you are capable of greatness with your words, your song, that beat you create, the innovation and inventions that you make, and take every bit of hate and turn it into passion. And don't let a single soul force these hands into action, because you were not born a criminal. You were not born a runaway father or a class clown or a necessary spender. Black women, rise up and emancipate yourself from this mental slavery. Wake up and realize that you possess power in your hair, natural beauty so divine, so flawless. Without fear, you conquer and crush every stereotype that tries and strives to stab you in the back. You wives, you mothers, you sisters, you daughters, continue to fight. And let them know that you could more than well achieve greatness without the presence of white skin, mind, and soul. Black women, rise up. And remember that you are more precious than fine gold, the backbone to our family. You unify our homes. And remember, you were not born harlots. You were not born to serve any man or to be under a master. You, my sister, and to my brother, you were born black.
Thank you very much, Brandon, for opening up our show. And we here already. The vibe start. The vibe start. We are outside, but inside, but outside, you know. Uncle Kitos, we ain't gonna open that talk. We gonna move on. So let we get into the last chance. Poets. Let we get into them. And coming to the stage first, we have a man who was a finalist in our slam this year, and he say he not taking no licks, he ain't taking nothing. He coming out for this competition. He say poetry slam, he was trying it, but this one he have to make the team. He say he have to come out. So coming to the stage next, a young man that goes by the name of Jabari Collins.
I admire creators. Something about the desire to mold mere matter into meaning. Whether on stage, page, or canvas, I admire artists, painters in particular. Something about believing you have so much God in you that you can grasp a painting by its nostrils and breathe entire worlds into being. I desire the boldness of those who specialize in self-portraits, the gall to lay my insecurities bare before your feet, and dare you to name me anything less than a masterpiece. Watch me as I metamorphosize into a Vincent van Gogh before your very eyes, making myself into my own magnum opus. For this existence, riddled with mistakes though it may be, is my best and most important work. I admire myself. Something about believing that with this much God in me, I should be completely capable of creating something in my own image. Maybe that's why this poem is full of run-on sentences and double negatives. I want to say sorry, but I promised I am not going to apologize for painting myself just as I am. So now I'm here before you like any good story should be. Short and sweet. Standing somewhere between 5'5" and 5'3", having been accused of everything from narcissism to vanity. Hi there, the name is known. Actually, maybe not just yet, but don't worry, it will be. You see, over here, we believe in the power of speaking things into existence. That's why most lies I tell aren't even really lies to begin with. They're just me failing to put enough power in that particular part of my speech, like every time I tell you good night. And then 2 hours later, you see me pass status up. Well, I didn't really lie. I just didn't speak it into existence enough. How about I try now? Okay, let's start with a couple easy ones, like 1, I'm fine. 2, I'm going to resist making a joke about also being damn fine. 3, I feel no shame in giving myself genuine praise. 4, I'm amazing. And I believe when people tell me this. 5, I do not have a single problem with my identity. 5, seeing as I am the lump sum of the great men and women around me, I do not at times feel as though I am nothing more than merely a miserable mismatching of masterpieces. 6, I don't feel like I went to a master class in playing the rat's ass, so blatantly lying to myself and to you. No, these are not lies. I am simply speaking things into existence. gathering up all the God there is left in me so that I can say, let there be confidence. In creating this piece, I have molded what matters to me into meaning. In painting this portrait, I have laid my insecurities bare before your feet, just like I said I would. Now I dare you, name me anything less than a masterpiece. Thank you.
Boom, 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 boom. That's our first poet in, locked in, Jabari. Thank you very much. Big up all the artists one time, big up all the artists. And again, of course, we want to big up Roots Foundation, because I don't think all you understand why I'm telling all you know. Roots Foundation take a group of poets from Trinidad and Tobago for 4 years, 2008, 16, 17, and 18, and they fly across the country, you know. They fly across the country, fly across the Caribbean Sea, fly across several states in America, and they touch down and perform, and then they come and steal we, they come and thief we for a second play. Shakos, what do you think about all of this? Talk to me. Thank you. I agree. Madness. That's right there. That's my boy. That is why Shakos is my boy. But I don't want to waste any more time. We want to move on to the next. We want to move on to the next poet. We want to move on to the next performer real quickly. Let me just pull up my sheet list. Let me get it. Niceness. So, coming to the stage next, a semi-finalist in this year's Roots Poetry Slam. She goes by the name of Alexandria Stewart. Douglas.
Once upon a time, Okay, so I have something I need to say. Because I was at home having another segment of Alex's opinions no one asked for, and I wanted to know if it's just me who realized a trend. Angst poems seem to have a certain edge in slams. Not that I have anything against angst. I have bacchanal in my DNA, so sometimes I can pretend that someone said read over, and let my poem zoom right over. Full of emotions I feel when something upsets me. See, I can do the angry poet thing at times. I didn't think it was a requirement, though. I mean, it's not like this poetry thing came with a manual, unless I missed it. In that case, please DM me the title. But ever since I've entered this world, I've just been collecting scribbles off of people's faces and putting it in my memory book, trying to rifle through the responses and figure out where to go from here. Along with editing, until my insecurities no longer scream, what kind of poet are you? So you see, it's been quite the experience. I try to dress up my words and stand in tall grass to hide the goat foot I couldn't rhyme zone with a thesaurus out, to lure unsuspecting judges into my web of comedy and rhythm, yet they seem to prefer the larger bless next door, the one that looks more angry and menacing. I guess I get the appeal. More spice in your life kind of feel. I mean, who wouldn't want the funny nice guy over the bad boy any day? Said no woman ever, yet I keep trying to break that pattern, so let me know. When I'm in this performance box, must I paint on its surface my demons for you to see without any banana peels to get that perfect 10? Must I shout to scare my audio into converting my piece from good to stellar? Scrape the trauma at the bottom of my pot like it's Sunday lunch and serve it to you through this mic? To spew to you all the horrors I feel bubble inside, because at least in here I know what kind of beast I'm facing. Do I keep shouting until my throat feels sore like it's transferred all my feelings into my scores? You see, that doesn't quite sound like me. Is it a crime for me not to always want my legacy on a stage to be too hard lines? Will it sacrifice my chances if I'd rather leave my audience with a chuckle rather than a flashback to their own personal struggles, to let my words transport you to another world of empowered Disney princesses rather than me tell you how much I fear the one I live in? There's a reason Muppets is still remembered 40 years later. And it's the same one why you know you miss the humor this end of piece could have given you. So let me ask, Is that enough angst for you?
Everybody, I would like to humbly apologize. A slip of the tongue. Her name is Alexandria Douglas. But we move on. And again, she have one question. I don't have an answer for the question personally, but you could think about it. All your poets, artists, all you think about it actually. I want to hear thoughts from somebody. I'm talking to Shakos whole night. I want to hear thoughts from one man. Well, I say a man. Teddy, talk to me. Profound. Amazing. Like, I don't understand, My friends in the studio right now, we vibing, we living it up, we are living the good life, They're giving great insight into what's happening tonight. So, we want to move on one time, bringing on our third wow. Words we tripping earlier. It's okay, we keep moving, Sometimes mistakes happen and you just have to keep rolling. So, our third performer of the night, another finalist in the Roots Poetry Slam, we're gonna bring to the stage Miss Nakisha Piper.
They're going to diagnose me with what? Anxiety, depression. What's going on in your head can become so much more real than what's going on in your life. I'm in constant fear of nothing, continuously worrying on edge. Knock, knock, who's there? I'm preaching but doubting, not a doctrine, but where my trust is. Filled with guilt, it consumes me. Battle with my conscience, and there's two when I'm unconscious. Another slip up, and every time I'm wrong. Not a hypocrite, just tired of confessing to God. If my congregation notices, they'll all be gone. Hey, they can leave, it'll just be me and God. But that would mean my brothers and sisters are lost, and that'll hit God. So one, I'm anxious when people leave the presence of God. Matthew 18:14, Matthew 18:14. Pastor, can you pray for me? Pastor, can you lay your hands on me? Pastor, my marriage consumes me. Pastor, my family, me. Seems like God dropped his responsibility on me, still asleep, but I can hear everyone's prayer, casted out demons, but something tells me they're still there. Full-time job responsibility, and everyone's saying she's gone crazy. No warning. I hear marching footsteps in the back. Soon someone's panting on my neck. I look back. No one's there. Morning aches. Am I asleep or am I awake? I don't know. Was it a dream or reality? I can't remember. Pastor, you're here. Yes, there, and that's late. Can I do it? Can I stand by the pulpit and preach another message? Maybe the congregation will look in my pupils, see past the colors, and realize the pastor's got a black and white life. Yes, my life's dull. I'm a dead man breathing life into someone's lungs. All I want to go back to is those four walls where I can take not a mask, but my costume off. But time has mocked me. Scrapes of fork against my chest as I try my best to impress my friends, not seem too depressed. Call this freedom of the press. Okay, let's stop. Seems like someone needs to backtrack. The moment you make your mind to get up, you can get up. Now get up. The devil reads you. That's how he matched your steps, but he was always to the back. Was tired, so he'd pant. Look back. You won the fight. I was hanging on to two. Perfect love casted out fear. And that's the only reason I'm not dead. And you're going to tell them that I said, get up, Job. You're not dead.
Thank you very much, Nakisha. Earlier, people come out to perform tonight, They say they're not playing, they're here for the last chance. And I just want to address one little thing I see in the chat. People talking about, oh, Teddy, question mark, exclamation mark. Earlier, the fella tell me his name is Theodore, but he and I cool. So I call my friend Teddy, right? So it's me and Teddy. It's Teddy the turtle. Stop it. Stop fighting down me and Teddy. And don't fight down Shakos either. We'll hear from Shakos just now. Don't worry about that. So, coming to the stage next, we go in and introduce another one of our confirmed members on the Brave New Voices 2022 team for Trinidad and Tobago. He came second this year in the Roots Poetry Slam, and he goes by the name of Joshua Hines.
Meaningless, meaningless. Lest I stop to ponder upon life's perplexities, complexities abound as I am on the brink of insanity. What is there to life? Shall it continue to concoct a bitterness and strife? As a child, I planned each step carefully, but now I know tomorrow is a chasm of uncertainty. Envy and hate devour our hearts as we grow older, eating away the innocence of the days that were former. Yet my mind taxis along the journeys of my past, as this judgment I cannot help but pass. No matter how many accolades, it's all bound to fade. The fluidity of a life, it ebbs and flows to and fro as it raises its tides, steepens its strides. Here today, gone tomorrow, yet to stay no bound for sorrow. Then if all this pain and misery, all this gain and yet still a mystery, what is there to life? This trigger triggers my transcendence as I transcend by eliminating my existence. Battered, bruised, and abused, like a sponge here I am to be used, misused. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. But here I am in the stomach of those very words as their mocking mouths consume me with life, ever present, breathed into your lungs. Carefully constructed from your firm feet to your tenacious tongue. Don't you give in, my brother. Stately stand upright, my sister. Up and rightly right the wrongs that were dealt you. Place your chains in the hands of He who can save you. You say, here today, gone tomorrow. But my friend, your today might be the end to someone's sorrow. Our lives are precious. Though it presses us, we have a Savior who stands with us. So before you pull that trigger, forget that finger. Retract, retreat, and recheck. The Lord is not finished with you yet. See, in this life, though troubles may never cease its reign, there is joy even in the midst of relentless rain. Joy unspeakable emanating from the real joy giver. Promises proliferating from the promise keeper. Don't you give up. Don't you give in. Don't you let that trigger you to let it win. What is there to life? You, my friend, is what there is to life.
So that was Joshua Hines, our second confirmed member of the Brave New Voices team for 2022 for Trinidad and Tobago. Now, all you're seeing why these is the confirmed. Brandon and Joshua, they come out swinging for we. So, thank you very much. But to have one man, it only have one man, again, I'm saying man, but one thing I want to hear from right now. Shakos, talk to me. How you feeling about the show? Beautiful. That is great, Chakos. I love the energy. Keep it up. Thank you very much. So, without further ado, we're moving through the show. So, our next performer, as I say, we have 5 poets tonight. Our 4th performer coming up next. A semi-finalist in the Roots Poetry Slam. And it goes by the name of Mr. Tevin Douglas.
999, what's the emergency? You again. Sir, I'm sorry, all our units are busy. Sir, this is our 8th call about gunshots today, and truly, we fed up. And see you live in see lots, you will see us in a few hours at best. Sir, it's the same thing over and over with all you. It's like all you're born learning that you need 1, 2, 3 more bullets to fill this clip before ABC pass through all your lips. All you already know how to mask up, no COVID. You go get the job done, and if you get caught, you already know it's hands up and you're livid, sir. This is not a new scenes. 17 years ago, pistols was popping and fellas used to drop in less than a heartbeat. We scattered like roaches on the party with a body down in the concrete. Now, I didn't have time to look back because I was running too. I made it home and was overcame with a feeling of great pain because that was my own mother's cousin who didn't make it through. Sir, my family mourn and mourn till the morning. Sir, please hold. Hello. Yes, I need help. Shots fired in my area. Look, I know it's the same thing, but again for another night we frozen with plight. We frozen. Now listen, right? I know it's the same thing, but oh gosh, you have to help. Look, just last week we was having a bang! Another man dropped on Friday, bang, bang. Another mother ball on Saturday, bang, bang, bang. Another news reporter keeps their job on Sunday. As for another night in a row, we hear breaking news, the body of 22-year-old. And we fed up. We fed up. And it will never end. No matter how much we plead, no matter how much we beg, no matter how much we try to lead by example, it will never be over. Just like you said, it's a never-ending cycle. We have been brainwashed with the chitter chatter of AKs and pistols. Sounds so normal to us, and the pitter-patter of lead raindrops ricocheting our body, and the men had to skrrr and go into hiding. We fed up. But thank you for not helping, because as you said, it's the same thing over and over, and it will never be over. Not until the last shot is rang out. Not until the last clip is empty. Not until the last bang. Sir? Sir, hello, are you there? Sir, was that a gunshot?
Thank you very much, Tevin. Big up you. And you know, we moving. Thank you very much, as I said. And we're going through it, and we have one more. We have one more performer in the last chance slam. And then after that, we'll meet our last finalist, our last confirmed member on the Brave New Voices team for 2022. But I know we are all probably wondering, you know, if we're going to find out who the last three going to be tonight. We had to make a little wait a little bit. We had to let the suspense build. We had to let the days pass a little bit. So sometime during this week, we'll drop a post for you all, and you will see. We will reach out, and everybody, it'll be real copacetic. We'll talk. So, coming to the stage next. We have another finalist. You know, they come back out. They want them last three spots. Another finalist in this year's Brave New Voices. In this year's Roots Poetry Slam. In this year's Roots Poetry Slam, we have Kelsey Brown.
We need to break up. A story dating back to indigenous love is coming to an end. The curtains now close, the highs do not outweigh the lows, and I can no longer sustain you. Is it hot in here? Or is this relationship suffocating me? You leached on me, lingering like parasite, breach boundaries, draining my life source, ruthlessly raiding my treasures, pleasured, pilfered, offering nothing but waste in return. Beauty for ashes? As if your red flags weren't enough of a warning, a smoke signal. I watch you burn me down to tree stumps and strip savannas, to barren land and melted glaciers that flow as tears. Here comes the flood of emotions. Red stuffy nose due to erupt with snot burgeoning lava. This is how sadness turns to anger. Here you are, mouth agape, unready to grieve, unwilling to believe, but how dare you act shocked, confused? It seems as though the polluting fumes you spew suddenly have an effect on you. Did you forget your abuse? You pick and choose what to accept and what to repress, so climate change doesn't exist, and I am just being dramatic. Your memory is selective. You suffer disease, disaster, one after the other. Then blame me? But you forgot behind it all, you were the grandmaster. In this narrative, you can be both author and antagonist. Where I was once sunny and warm, you touch me and now ice cold. Then suddenly it's too hot and you beg for snow. Your mood swings are out of control. No, they just change with the weather. And if you couldn't weather the storm, then why did you provoke me to thunderclaps of disdain? I am not violent, but the environment has changed and I no longer feel safe. But you try to fix mistakes. Hope that I heal, pray that I prosper, and sometimes I do. On some days, I exist in abundance, a season of fertility, fruits of labor in an ecosystem of green peace. With lush greens, gentle seas, and breeze to breathe back life into you, the love you give is reciprocated tenfold. Yet still you dig a deeper pit. Expand your exploitation because dollar signs have made you blind, made you turn against me, the one who gave to you freely. I wish I was the object of your affection, and that my feelings were mutual. I wish my name was carved on the tree trunk of your heart, planet Earth. But alas, your ignorance will be your end. Your carelessness will be your demise. So go on, ignore my calls. Laugh, eat, be merry. Pride always comes before a fall. As I say goodbye, just know, it's not me. It's you.
Thank you very much, Kelsey, and y'all, that was the show, that was we 5 poets. We meet two of our confirmed poets for the Brave New Voices team. But before we meet the last one, before we meet the 3rd poet for the Brave New Voices team, I just wanna have a little conversation with my people coming down towards the end of the show. So I wanna hear what one person have to think about the whole show. Shako, talk to me. What you thought about the show? Thank you. That's good, Chakos. Thank you very much. But you have any last words you want to say for these poets going forward? Some to have 3 that will make it and to have 2 that won't, sadly. But talk to the poets. Don't talk to me. Talk to the poets right now, Chakos. Thank you very much, Chakos. Thank you very much. And he really right, he right. All poets are winners. At the end of the day, the poetry is what matters. We are, our voices out there. We are being heard. But no, we hear from Chakos, right? We hear from Chakos. And now I want one person to come and confirm the truth for me, right? I'm not even going to say his name. Turtle, what is your name? Turtle, talk to me, Turtle. What is your name? And what you thought about the show tonight, Teddy?
It was cool. We was outside. We here. We chilling today. My name is Teddy. Not no Turtello or thing. Big up my brethren, Sharkos.
This guy right here. You heard it from the turtle himself. His name is Teddy. Not no Turtello. Not none of that. So, to close off this show, we are going to introduce you guys to our last confirmed poet for the Brave New Voices 2022 team. This man, he come last year, he played second, and he said he didn't like that at all. So he come back this year and he win the whole Roots Poetry Slam. And he have my support, he have Shako support, he have Teddy support. So we want to just show love and we want to just introduce everyone to our last confirmed member of the Brave New Voices team, Ray Clark.
If these voices were heard, this living land will not be sitting on landmines among crossroads, but rather be standing still and strong on shoulders like if it was sealed by contact cement, but we see men as ghetto, gunmen, melandros, but are all these men so? With gunshot rhythm that plays drums that compete with heartbeat bodies, without soul, dark, dirty, lonely, and evil, no depth, just hollow, shell, matter, bones, flesh, and blood, AK-47 as toys since age 7 or younger. So body of gunshot slots rest dead on land. When morning rise, soul of man rise also. Are all these men so, or are they labeled in womb since conception? No voice, one reflection reflecting on them, no identity. Just their address needed to refract them like lens and light. This land says so. that zealots only cultivate culprits of chaos and turmoil, but I see lots of vessels toiling to make an honest living. No killing. But when resume states Beetham Gardens, Nelson Street, Lavantil, Faizabad, Maraval, Mova, qualifications disqualify, perception, supposition of man, and address take over, no employment. So good men are forced in bird culture of guns and drugs, gun songs and death, fraud and theft, murder, just to provide shelter. So when we see 3, 4, 5 more deaths added to murder rate, don't be surprised. Just sit still in stasis and think of your actions of judgment. Not all men were cut from the same cloth. This land of living will stay sitting on landmines among crossroads until the covers of books isn't judged. This land of living will stay sitting on landmines until addresses of men isn't their identity.
And we are here, and we are here. Thank you, Mr. Ray Clark, our winner, our champion, our reigning champion of the Roots Poetry Slam. And you know, as we coming along to the end here, I just want to big up a few people, you know, big up Roots Foundation, big up Manny Media for hosting me, big up Manny Media for running the stream, you know, big up Kirby, you know, sponsoring the space, Sharkos. Oh no, wait, what is his name? Teddy. His name is Teddy. His name is Teddy. Big up Teddy. Thank you very much, Teddy. You know, big up Isaiah, big up Emmanuel for holding it down behind the scenes. Big up the poets who performed tonight. Big up our top 3 from the Roots Poetry Slam who already confirmed for the Brave New Voices team. And just to remind you guys again, sometime this week sometime this week the results will be coming out. So, you know, we'll see who will be joining our top 3 to fly out, to go into that Brave New Voices 2022 team to win. You know, because Trinidad, we are winners. We are winners. And you know, unless if anybody else has anything they want to say, Sharkos, no, Teddy, we good, we quiet, we here, we calm. You know, enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your year. You know, Christmas time coming up soon. We might have a performance. Oh yes, and you know, I was now getting into that. You know, we might have something coming up and take the stage for you. You know, a little Christmas special. You never know. You know, we only going up in this Roots Foundation. We here, we going up. We only going up. So again, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. Thank you for tuning in, and look out for the results, and look out for Take the Stage, and look out for us in Brave New Voices. We'll be in touch later.